Hi everyone, this is Jackie Cooper with J. Cooper Travels, and today I have a really special guest on. Ashley with GreenLight Solutions is here, and for those that have been following my podcast, you know that I started off, I still am in the travel space, but I also know that we travel both personally as well as geographically. So many of the stories that I'm sharing now on the podcast are involved with the personal journey that we take, both in supporting our environment, also in our personal lifestyle choices, and sometimes in the businesses that we are working in. So with that being said, I wanted to thank Ashley for being here. Would you like to go ahead and share with the listeners a little bit more about what GreenLight Solutions is and how you got involved?
Sure. Yeah, great to be here, and thanks for having me, Jackie. So, what Greenlight does is we partner students and local businesses to collaborate on sustainability projects. We have learn, strategize, and implement programs, basically to meet businesses from where they're at in their sustainability journey. And the word sustainability gets thrown around a lot, right? But what we mean by that is looking at the water, the procurement, the purchasing, the energy use, the sourcing of the materials, basically looking at the environmental side of a business or the impacts, but also the social impacts as well and the economic impacts. So when we look at the environmental, social, and economic impacts of a business, that's where sustainability thrives. So students come in and they work with local businesses, basically making sustainability inclusive for the local business community, because a lot of the time, businesses, they want to be a force for good. They want to do good. They're not exactly sure where to start, and they're just trying to keep the lights on. They need to focus on their main mission. So that's when Greenlight comes in, and we really help them meet their goals and fulfill that vision of being more sustainable and in the community.
So I love what you're doing. I'm very, pro protecting the environment and also
Mhm.
making the positive choices within business and personal life. Where are you doing this? I mean, the students, where do they come from? Are you in a certain location? Is it all across the United States? Tell us more as to how people can get involved, both from the student side as well as from the business side.
Yeah, sure. So we started in 2013 as actually a student organization at ASU, but fast forward in 2015, we became a 501c3 nonprofit, GreenLight Solutions Foundation. And since then, we've worked with over 250 students, over 40 local businesses, and contributed over 27,000 volunteer hours in the community. And we've worked with students from across the United States. We've even worked with students from Nanzan University in Japan. So basically, again, because we're virtual right now, any businesses that want to apply, whether you're local in the Phoenix metro area or you're national or international, we can work with you, especially in this virtual space that we're all working in right now.
So when you are pairing up a student with a business, how do you do that?
Yeah, so businesses apply to work with us on our website. That's glsolutions.org. Solutions is plural. And so businesses apply to work with us. Then, we determine that scope. And students apply to be on our projects as well. So then we put the right students on a about 5-person project team, and they go in and they follow our Greenlight Guidelines project process. So this is 6 phases that takes the projects from ideation through implementation. So we're not just throwing the students out there in the real business world and saying, okay, good luck, right? We're actually giving them all of the project management and sustainability best practices, so they can be effective sustainability professionals with this local business and also after they graduate.
So are the students that are involved, are they in a particular field, or are they using this for credit, or are they getting community service hours? How does it benefit them?
Yeah, so it is volunteering for a nonprofit. And yeah, so our students are basically in the program because, well, the reason why Greenlight exists is because, students were learning about sustainability and theory in the classroom, and there are so many skills that just can't be taught in the classroom, right? It needs to be experiential learning, and that's what we provide. So again, those project management skills, those communication skills, actually working with the business to put that on your resume is really another reason why Greenlight exists. Taking off those first jobs that you have when you're, before your undergrad. So that's huge, just to build their resumes.
What are some of the projects, those impactful projects that might be examples so people can learn more about the great work that you're doing?
Sure. So we did a 2-year project, a multiple phase project with Build Us Hope. Build Us Hope, Hope stands for Housing Opportunities Provided for Everyone, and they build tiny homes for homeless veterans. So first, we actually helped them to research all of the materials to build the tiny homes to make sure that these tiny homes would have the least negative impact that they could have on the environment. So we did that, and then we helped them actually build the tiny homes. So we built the tiny homes, and then we created a community garden so that these new veterans that came in could actually grow their own food. And we gave them the planting calendars and resources to actually know, what the heck to do with the garden so that they could sustain the garden. That's one example of a project, but our projects are all across the board. It's really, but that's sustainability skills, right? Because sustainability skills are across sectors, no matter what type of industry you're in. So a different project that we did is we got 5 new homes signed up for solar. That was a really exciting project. Another project we did was we helped a company, Bambox Produce, switch out their packaging for more sustainable packaging. And gosh, the list goes on and on as we've helped over 40 local businesses.
With the first project that you mentioned, what I really love about it is you gave the guides for how to plant. And to me, that is really genius because the houses were awesome, but the idea that you now have a garden, I personally wouldn't always know what to plant at what time. So having something like that also means that you're continuing the cycle of education. So that way people can do more good. What about alums? I know that you've been around for a short while, and any alums that you want to kind of feature or highlight or speak about?
Yeah, so we're in a really exciting place in our organization where we're actually seeing our alumni go full circle with our program. So they were students working on sustainability projects with us, and then now we see them graduate, and now they're actually coming as a professional and doing projects with us. So it's really cool for the students to be solutioneers. That's what we coin the students on the projects. So go from solutioneers to project partners. So now their businesses are becoming more sustainable, and they're bringing in students. So it's really cool to see that come full circle. We've had an alumni now is the sustainability coordinator at Valley Metro. We have a couple of our alumni working at tiny house developers in the Phoenix metro area. We have another alumni working at Green Living magazine. Those 3 alumni were actually those students that came back and did projects with us with those businesses. And as far as all of the different jobs that our alumni are in, it's vast. It's really exciting. It's Subway, works at the corporate sustainability for Subway. We have really the list goes on, and it's really exciting to kind of witness and see full circle. Oh, you're muted. Happens to me all the time.
I know, sorry. I was trying to anticipate my dog barking and it didn't happen. So are you anticipating possibly creating a resource of where your alums are down the road, do you think?
Yeah, it's in the works. So we're actually going to be building a little map that shows kind of the impact of where all of our alumni are. So knowing that we're kind of building or training an army of sustainability professionals out in the business world that are really effective at what they do because they've been doing it since undergrad. So yeah, we're working on it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a nice network. So I know for those that might not know how podcasts work or YouTube, there's always a block of information under the podcast or the YouTube. And so I know that I'm going to be putting Greenlight's contact information there. So that way you can definitely reach out and to Ashley and Greenlight to participate. But what is the process if someone there's many different ways that someone can support you. So why don't you share some of the ways that people can support both from the project side as well as possibly from the donation and the funding side as well?
Sure. So for community members, we have our Greenlight Glow membership. So basically for any amount per month, whether that's $5, $10, $20 a month, whatever it may be, we're really grateful. You get free tickets to our Solutioneer Showcase, which is a huge event that we throw twice a year, where all of our students talk about their projects and what they've been working on. You hear from our board of directors. We have a keynote speaker. Once upon a time when we were in person, we had dinner served. So free tickets to that twice a year. You get a series of welcome gifts and thanks from our team. And just knowing that your dollars are going to supporting young leaders and local businesses. So that's how community members can support us. If you want to apply for a project, go on our website, glsolutions.org. And for students to apply to be on our projects, again, just apply on our website.
That's great. So again, everyone, the website and the contact information will definitely be in the podcast. One of the areas that I'll also include as a resource for anyone who's listening is I also have access to I Go for Less, which is a wholesale travel discount membership. You can save up to 35% when you travel. And there are many hotels and locations there that also are focusing on sustainability in the tourism area. So definitely each one of us can make a difference in, where we go and how we travel. And from the travel perspective, I would also say support the locals that when you travel, because all of our communities right now need that support. And that we want to make sure that each community stays healthy and whole, so that way we can go back and visit it. So any last minute thoughts, Ashley, that you want to share with any of our listeners?
Yes, I would just say, thank you for having me, and, go onto our website, learn more about our projects, our impact, what we do. We have community mixers every other month where we engage with the community, invite your friends and family, and really looking forward to expanding our network and, expanding our impacts with more students, colleges, and businesses.
I'm sure you will, and I can't wait to have you back on so you can talk more about the projects, because I think each one is making a real difference, and just listening about it also kind of opens up other people's eyes as to what they can do in their communities. So, again, I definitely want to thank you for what you're doing and what Greenlight's doing, because we need to all kind of pitch in together for, the next few years. We need to make a difference. So
Yeah.
thank you. All right, everyone, stay tuned. Definitely subscribe to the YouTube as well as to the podcast. That way you can hear continuing conversations on all the wonderful projects that, we're learning about each day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.